Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 12 of the Gilded City. We are back for another excellent episode. If you are enjoying the adventures so far, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to make sure you stay on top of every time we upload a video here to YouTube. And if you're listening to the podcast, make sure you follow the podcast. Leave us a rating / reviews / whatever your podcasting platform allows you to do. It's greatly appreciated. And follow us also on social media at Rollers Guild DND on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And that's it. That's all the things that we talk about. So I know. So we're going to go ahead and dive on into tonight's episode. Content warning. Ravenloft as a setting can feature disturbing themes and ideas, and while it is never going to be our intention to upset anyone, it is worth noting. Be advised that this story arc features ghosts, dysfunctional families, cruel clergy, murder, and references to suicide. Last time, the party spent some time investigating the town before heading out to the Ainsleys country estate. During this time, Elina encountered a ghost sent by Lord Godefroy, who apparently commands many of the ghosts of Mordant. The ghost was attempting to force another ghost into service for Lord Godefroy, but after resolving the issue, Elina met back up with the party, after which one of the Weathermay Foxgrove twins stopped by with materials to aid in Artemis's disguise as a distant relative. Party debated whether to head out that night and face the Headless Rider possibly or not, and they ultimately decided that they didn't want to face the Rider just yet, at the very least. Artemis spent some time with Bowmin, where he perfected his Summon Greater Steed spell. Penny found a farewell note from Octavia, and Jinarra met the ghost son of Dr. Van Richten. The next morning, as the party was getting ready to depart, Milosh from the Vistani band came by to bid them a farewell, and then the party headed out to the Ainsleys estate. Upon arriving, it seemed that Lord and Lady Ainsleys were buying Artemis's disguise, but the events were interrupted by a number of plant monsters attacking the estate. Bowmin, upon seeing one of the workers take a big hit, leaped out the window to fight the monsters. And that is where we're going to pick up, and we're going to go ahead and roll initiative.
Ooh.
Bowmin is the only one thus far who has officially entered the fray, but I still need everybody to roll initiative. Nyx, what did you get?
17.
Artemis.
11.
Jinarra.
14.
Yes.
Bowmin.
18.
Penny.
7.
Ooh. Elina.
3.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Is that I can do?
You're really
Excellent.
comfortable in your chair.
Yeah.
Okay, so first up in the initiative is Bowmin, and by extension Hayes. Then Nyx, then this big guy in the center here, then Jinarra, then these nebulous big tree people, then these the ones that Kelly thinks look like Groot, then Artemis, then Penny, then the workers, the poor commoners.
Oh,
This is gonna take forever.
Yep. Then Elina,
this is a big night.
then Elina, and then these two things out to the sides here.
The goopy things.
The
The
goopy
dog at
things.
the top.
What the hell?
Just
So-
a reminder, everyone has 13 temporary hit points.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't add that last time.
Yes.
Okay. So at the top of the initiative order, Bowmin, it's your turn.
I'm assuming because my character is so close to this one creature right in front of Bowmin, I'm in range of him, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great. I'm
Oh, real quick, by the way, as you jump down onto sort of the edge of this path outside of the window, immediately between the cracks in the rock, grass starts growing up and trying to grasp at your feet and ankles,
Good.
and you are in difficult terrain.
difficult terrain. Okay, great. Fantastic. I am going to. I'm going to use action to activate my wings of flying.
Okay, there you
So
go.
I am no longer in difficult terrain.
Yeah, you floating a little bit off the ground.
Mhm. And then I can still attack, right?
If it's an action to activate the wings of flying, no, you may not attack.
Okay.
What are the wings? Are they wings?
It's
Wait,
like
it's
it's a cloak that turns into wings when activated.
Wow, I definitely want to steal that from you.
I mean, come on, a flying bowman.
Hard
That's
to beat.
hilarious. It's hard to beat. Well, in that case, Bowman's just gonna advance within this creature's range and assess. Can I do a free assessment of this one character on the ground? This one commoner?
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check for me.
Medicine. God, I wish this was alphabetical. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. They are pretty badly injured. They are unconscious, and dying, but they're not completely dead.
Okay.
Aren't we all?
I guess that's just going to be my turn. Actually, you know what? Bonus action. I'm going to prepare a spell.
Okay, what spell?
I'm going to prepare.
I mean, you can just cast a spell on your next turn.
It's going to be Searing Smite specifically.
Oh, okay. So your bonus action casting Searing Smite,
Yeah.
so that on your next melee attack. Gotcha. Okay, there you go.
That will be
Nyx,
my turn.
you're up next.
Oh, real quick, I want to run Hayes into the
Oh.
stable.
Hayes is just running into the stable. Okay, perfect.
That would be my turn.
All right.
Where is
Nyx.
our horse?
It's
In
in
the
the stable.
Okay.
It's that one that's like at the top, specifically.
The cutest one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Absolutely, definitely not the same as the other horses in the stable.
It's got more personality. You can
Yeah.
see it.
You can tell. Nyx.
I am going to take out my wood carver's tools. And I'm gonna make my little eldritch cannon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna walk over to the window. And I'm just gonna put it on the windowsill and like break the glass a little bit so it has a clear shot. And it's
That's where it is.
yeah. How far to the big green thing?
The one
Right,
right in front of
yes.
you? That's 5 feet.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna bonus action make it cast flamethrower.
Okay.
So it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. Would you believe that the tree does not have great dexterity?
Crazy.
Oh, that was cocked. Ooh, that was 3.
Okay, well it fails. And it takes 12 fire damage.
Nice. It actually takes 24 fire damage.
Cool. I
Oh,
love that. Fire. Fire is good. And then I'm gonna hop out the window.
Okay, great. Pop on out the window. As you land in the grass, you notice the same thing that Bowmin did.
Cool.
It is now the big guy in the center.
big
Big
boy.
guy in the center. He has already broken down the sort of fountain that was in the middle of this circle in the middle of the property. He like reaches into the rubble of the fountain and picks up a big rock and throws it at the house. And there's like you can all hear from inside the impact, and some dust like rains down from the ceiling. And you hear like shouts from elsewhere in the house of just people saying like, barricade the doors. That's its turn. Jinarra.
Does it seem like the trees are talking to each other? Does it seem like they're trying to communicate? Can I
Trees
hear
are talking.
anything?
You do not hear any audible language. These trees seem alive and they are not attacking each other. But
Do I feel like if I cast comprehend languages, I would understand why they were attacking?
make a nature check.
Oh, great. My nature's bad.
City girl.
10?
You have no clue if that would work.
Close.
I am going to risk it and I'm going to cast it to see
Okay.
if I can get any information.
You cast comprehend languages. Now, could you read me the exact text of comprehend languages? Because depending on what it says, it may.
For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand any written language that you can see, but you must be touching the surface on which the words are written. Takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. The
Okay.
spell doesn't decode secret messages in a text or in a glyph, such as an arcane sigil, that isn't part of a written language.
Okay. You cannot hear anything the plants are saying because they are not speaking. I will say you catch the briefest like whisper of noise just sort of in the air. It's so brief, it's hard to catch, and it sounds like it could just be the wind. It's not coming from any of the plants. Because of your comprehend languages, though, I will say that you hear just a small snippet of a woman's voice saying, make them pay, make them suffer.
Okay, coming from the wind.
Seems like it.
Okay. That was my action. For my bonus action, I'll move. I'll jump out.
Okay.
So I'll be there. And I'm just gonna punch the tree in front of me.
Okay.
This poor one tree.
I know.
It's right there.
It's going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Tree puncher.
Right. 7 damage.
Okay, that's 3 damage.
Because it's a tree.
That's a tree, so it takes half damage. Okay.
From bludgeoning.
From bludgeoning, that's fair. And it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Really? Did I really roll a natural 1 on the second throw of the game? I sure did.
Great. It's stunned.
Okay. Wow.
It's done because no one would dare punch a tree.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this person has some anger issues.
Yeah.
Too much
Yeah,
Minecraft.
its branches were swaying as if it was going to sway towards you, as if indignant about the punch, or maybe about the flamethrower. Who can say?
And
But
I'll just move over here.
as it sways, it freezes in spot as the stun takes effect. So that one's stunned.
Great. That's her
Um,
turn. And something.
the next tree.
So many.
We're gonna go this one here. It's gonna shuffle over, attack this poor person here, trying to get to safety.
Oh,
Looking good for them.
yikes.
Something's commanding the trees, telling them to make them pay.
That's an
Oh,
11 to hit,
nice.
which is good enough.
Oh,
And that one is down. And then this one over here is going to go over to this person, do the same thing. Yeah, that's a hit. And that person is just outright dead.
oh,
Oof.
wait, make the X go over him.
So I'm just going to delete this person.
Oh,
Bye.
bye.
Oof.
All right.
Okay, one dead.
That's some serious workers' comp.
Yeah, seriously.
I feel like just working there is you deserve a lot of compensation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe he was a very, 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 very bad person.
So true.
Maybe. This one is gonna see you all attacking this tree, and it's now these group looking ones' turns. And it's going to come up here to you,
Mhm.
Jinarra, and it's
Course.
gonna go ahead and make some attacks.
Okay.
First attack is not good. That is an 8.
Nope.
Second attack is much better. That is a 23.
That hits.
All right. So you take 9 bludgeoning damage as it swings a thick, knotted branch arm at you and clubs you across the side. And you stagger against the hit. This one, meanwhile, is going to come over to this guy here. That's going to be a hit. That person is down. Not dead, but down. And last one. Oop.
Oh, there are 3.
Yep, that's a
I
hit.
missed that one too.
And this last commoner is down. but not dead.
Sheesh.
So you've got 4 unconscious commoners, 1 dead commoner.
Just a typical Tuesday.
Yeah. Artemis, that's your turn.
Oh no. Every single plan I have thought of has automatically decided to be a bad idea. Okay, the Lord and Lady.
Yeah.
They left us.
They
45 seconds
disappeared
ago.
somewhere into the house. Yeah.
And if I call, my Lord, Lady, there is no response within
There is
5 seconds.
no response. No immediate response.
I'm gonna look to the remaining of my team that's in the room with me. So we're gonna try and save a bunch of people, right? Like the charades kind of.
I don't know. That's your call.
My call. That seems
This
crazy.
is your thing. This is your person that
You're
you're
right. We can
courting.
keep going. The charade can continue.
You can have the
Um,
charade and fight.
You're right. The show must go on. What am I talking about? Okay. Remembering, I heard someone just say barricade the door, correct?
Yeah.
So I can probably deduce that the door is not going to be usable
Correct.
for myself. Cool. There's one plant out the window. Okay. Looking out the window, I see bad things happening. I'm going to, whoops, that's a ruler. Step a little closer. And then, okay, from the window, I can see tree, big boy in the middle. And maybe around the corner, one more Groot looking boy coming around.
Yeah.
At least 2 unconscious people,
Yeah.
if not 1 dead person across the courtyard.
Yeah.
Cool. I will bonus action Misty Step to the roof of the stables.
Okay.
Mm.
Nice. Yeah,
Just kind
you can
of
do that.
pull out the sword, click the heels, and poof, appear up there. Okay, from up here I can see more. Can I see this dude in the lower left?
This big guy.
On the on the left side of the house. What does
Yeah.
he look like? Can I see him?
It's a mass of like vines and moss and just gross plant.
So it's like a gross, like
It's like a
camouflage
gross,
cover.
yeah, it's like a gross like plant pod you might see on like
Okay.
yeah.
Sure. That's bonus action. Ruler, area of effect. 40, sorry.
No, you're good.
Can I, square. Oh, sorry, I need this to see where I can
Yeah.
reach. Okay, that's good to know. That's huge. How do I delete that? I am going to, I already cast a spell. Okay, Eldritch Blast. That's a lot of waste of time. I'm gonna take a couple steps this way. And I'm gonna shoot 1 blast at, I have 3. I'm gonna do 1 at the tree up north, 1 at the tree to the south, and 1 to the big guy in the middle.
Great. Go and make your rolls.
The first, there's no way. 16. We'll do guy on top. We'll go down.
Guy on top, 16 hits.
16 hits. Okay. Oops, wrong dice. That will be 5 points of force damage.
Nice.
Is he dead? Guy in the
He
middle
falls over. Yeah.
is a 23.
That hits, yes.
Okay, that will be 2 points of force damage.
Nice.
And the last one is going to be a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Big targets. Okay. 7 points of force damage.
Great.
Pow, pow,
Yeah.
pow.
Excellent. You teleport up to this roof with Misty Step. You survey the scene briefly, then you let loose an Eldritch Blast, and you leave impacts. You hear like branches breaking and cracking, and leaves falling, and the two targets that you hit that weren't stunned shift their attention towards you.
Oh, cool.
As best
I
as you can
will-
tell, anyway.
No, I'm gonna stay put. That seems like a good place to be.
Yeah. Fair enough.
That's my thing.
All right. Penny.
Okay. I'm going to try to get out the window.
Yeah.
So I'll go 5, 10, 15, 25 next to Bowmin. I can't squeeze by Nyx, right?
I
You
am pretty small.
could, but it would double your movement again on top
Right.
of already doubling your movement from
Right.
difficult terrain.
Okay. I mean, that's fine. Like, could I get to the right of Nyx?
Let's see. You were at what, 15, right, as you got out the window?
Yeah.
So you would. I know you can't get to the other side of Nyx
Okay.
with how much movement you have left.
Okay. All right. Then I'll stand by Bowmin and I'll do lightning launcher 3 times.
Great.
That is 19 and then a 16 plus 11 and an 18 plus 11.
Okay. Well, all 3 would hit the target right in front of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll damage for the first one first. See how much we do, and then if it's still alive.
Okay.
All
right, that is 11.
11. Okay, it's still alive. So the second one was a 16 plus 11, which is a 27.
Yeah.
Which hits.
And that is 13.
Right. It is still up, but barely. As the lightning hits it, the branches and bark start like smoldering. The leaves are catching on fire as you are shooting it with lightning.
And the last one is a 13.
Yeah, that tree is down.
Nice.
Is it like even more difficult terrain where it is?
It topples to the ground. I won't say that it increases the difficult terrain, no.
Triples.
But it is obviously still difficult terrain in that area.
Okay.
Great. Excellent. It's the commoners' turns.
Run. Fucking run.
They're all unconscious.
Oh,
No.
So I'm gonna make death saving throws
No.
for all of them.
run in your sleep.
Well, the good news is that's 3 successes.
Hey.
The bad news is the failure was a natural 1.
No.
So
Oh.
it has now 2 fails versus
Can we tell which one, or is that secret information? They all kind of look unconscious.
I will say that you can tell that one of them is more badly injured than the others. And that one is the one up here to the far north by the orange tree.
Oh, my haze. Okay.
So, Elina, that's you.
Okay. I'm gonna step over towards the window.
Yeah.
So I can see what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my Blessing of the Raven Queen bonus action to teleport 30 feet. What is it? 30. There.
Yeah.
And then can I still cast now then for my like regular action? Because that was a bonus
So
action.
yeah, where does Blessing of the Raven Queen come from?
I think
Is that a racial trait?
that one is, yes, it's a racial trait.
Okay. No. Here we go. Okay. So I'm just trying to get. Yeah, I mean it's not a spell, it's just a feature. So yeah, you can still cast a spell.
Okay. Oh no, it's touch.
You still have your regular movements.
Oh, okay. So then can I move to this person? And then I'm going to cast.
You have just enough movement to get there.
Okay, then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
On them.
Okay, great.
Does that just stabilize them since they're down?
It will bring them to consciousness with as many hit points as you give them.
5 additional hit points.
Great. As you kneel down next to them, you say a brief prayer to the Raven Queen, and healing energy flows from your hands into this dying person who gasps awake, looks up at you, and then looks over at the tree monster looming over you. But this tree monster had its attention grabbed by Artemis. So as near as you can tell, it knows that you have shifted into its space, but now its attention is split at the very least. So
do you have that Blessing of the Raven Queen on your screen too? Because I have it's got that additional feature.
Bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
It's the second part.
Oh, you have resistance to all damage. Great. You have a resistance to all damage until your next turn. So you are also like, as this person looks up at you, they see that you're like only half there, like you're a little see-through, and they are in Mordant, so they're not that phased by it, but still a little odd. Great. Big ol' viney podlings turns. Boom, 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 boom. Coming right up to you, Bowmin and Penny. Actually, it's not going to come that close. It's going to stay right here, actually. It's going to start lashing out with its vines. First attack is going to be against Bowmin. Bowmin, that is a not very good for your armor class, 16. We'll do a second one against Bowmin. That's worse. The third one is going to be against Penny. That's even worse.
Hey,
Wow.
Great.
We're
That's
so
cool.
intimidating.
I love that.
Cool.
Yeah, that guy sucks. You
That's
can ignore him.
That's that one's turn, which is disappointing.
For you.
But you know, what can you do?
They waited
This-
all that time for that.
This one over here is going to start like sort of slopping itself up onto the roof with its like massive vines of this other building, and then tumble off the side of it onto the ground over here. It has to use all of its movement to do that. So it can't get any closer to y'all. But what it can do is get these poor people over here.
The people that are already down?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait. And it's because it's a melee attack. It's an automatic hit.
No.
And it's an automatic 2 failed death saves on each of them. Now,
Oh, they're
the
dead.
one that already had 2 failed death saves was just healed. So these guys are still alive. Or actually, only one of them is still alive because he gets 3 attacks. So, actually, this one's dead. But this one over here is still alive. So top of the initiative order, Bowmin, that's you. You still have your Searing Smite. You're muted.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Quick question. Am I in the attack range of that one that just whiplashed me?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so if I left, that would be an opportunity attack.
Correct.
Okay. Well,
Miss you 3 times, so.
well, you know, I don't want to risk it. I'm going to.
I will say you could get closer safely. You just don't know how far away you could get before you left it.
Yeah, well, I know, but I wanted to do a thing, but now I can't. Bowman's gonna get a little closer,
Yeah.
get up real nice and personal, and then he's going to swing at it with his crowbar.
Yeah. Go for it.
That is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
All right, so that's an automatic. Oh, let's do the Searing Smite before I forget.
Yeah.
It's 1d6. It's 1d6, but it also is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay, it takes 3 fire damage.
Okay. It got a 23 on its con save.
It's a success.
It does seem like the fire is doing more to this one.
Okay, so that was 3 fire damage. Then it's going to be 1d12 plus 5. That's going to be 15 from the crowbar. That's slashing damage specifically.
Your crowbar, I think, is customized to bludgeoning damage, but this one is not.
All right, blood. Oh yeah, that's right.
Because we used a great axe as the base for it, but we just
I forgot about that.
But this one is not. The bludgeoning does as much as you expect it to do against this one.
Then we're gonna roll for greater smite, or what is it called? Improved divine smite.
Yeah. Yep.
That is 5 from that.
Great.
And then we're just gonna expel 1 spell slot, and we're gonna do
Regular
2 more divine smite. That's an additional 9 damage from that.
Great.
How's this one looking?
Still standing. Well, standing.
Still wiggling.
Still flailing around. It's like Tangela.
Tangela, yep.
Oh.
Oh, now I don't want to kill
friendly. Not
It's
friendly.
just as cute.
Scary. It's not cute. It's not cute. It's like a scary Tangela. It's more like Tangrowth, really.
Tangrowth is cute in the right sense.
It's like a scary Tangrowth.
All right, we're gonna do the same exact thing.
Go for it.
Oh, before I do my second attack, can I also bonus action do Searing Smite?
Sure. Yes, you may.
That's gonna be Searing Smite, second spell level.
Okay.
Oop. I hit the wrong button.
That's fine.
All right, and to hit, it's gonna be an 18.
18 hits.
And for Searing Smite, it's gonna be 2d6s. Why can I never find these when I need them? It's gonna be 4 fire damage and another con save.
That's a 21.
That's damn it. All right, now we're gonna do crowbar damage. That's a 11 crowbar damage. And
Okay.
then we're gonna do just another improved divine smite. And that's gonna be 4 damage.
Great.
How's it looking now?
Still there.
Still wriggling.
Still
Okay.
wriggling around. Still
I'm-
vibing.
I'm gonna take the opportunity attack, and I'm gonna just see how far did I move first. That was 10, so I have 50 feet left. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fly over to the. I'm gonna fly over to closer to this tree guy.
The big tree guy.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it is gonna lash out at you as you try to leave. And it got a natural 1, so
Nice.
It whips itself.
This guy's so bad.
Oh.
okay.
I'm gonna move extra slow because I feel kind of bad.
You feel a little bad, yeah.
Hayes
Nyx.
is gonna stay put.
Hayes is staying put. Okay. Nyx.
I'm gonna pick up my little flamethrower
Yep.
and I'm gonna set it walking towards the Groot looking guy. And go and bonus action, it's gonna do its flamethrower thing
Oh,
again.
no. I don't want to do that. Wait. Would you say it's like
Nick.
over here?
I don't know where over here is.
Here?
No.
Oh my
Towards
gosh.
the Groot
so
looking.
Towards the Groot looking one. Sorry. I got
Nyx,
here.
you've made so many new little
circles.
automatons.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how to get rid of these ones.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's not how.
That was
Hey,
cool.
if you double click, you can make a little thing pop up.
oh,
Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, no.
the
Oh
battlefield's so
no,
pretty
I've
now.
given you too much power. Okay, what did we get for the attack against the group one?
They have to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's right. Okay. That was a natural 2, so I can't
Okay.
imagine that's very good.
No.
That's
they
a
take
1 total.
9 points of fire damage.
They take 18
18
points of fire
more,
damage.
Yes. And then is the big middle tree guy engaged with another adversary?
The big one,
Yeah, in the middle.
let me check his range.
Like, is he focused? Yeah. I don't
He is not currently engaged.
know.
Groot is,
Yeah,
and Viney over there is.
yeah. I'll go for Groot. I'll follow my my little flamethrower.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my rapier and stab at it.
Okay.
19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. You may add sneak attack.
Oops. I rolled some ones, so I'm gonna do my piercer feat
Yep.
re-roll.
There you go.
Okay, that's better. Okay, so it's 12 plus 17 points of piercing damage.
Great. Piercing does not seem to be as effective. But you still damage it.
Okay.
As you like poke into the bark and like break off a like large strip of this thing's bark as it's still burning from the flamethrower.
Cool.
Big guy in the middle is gonna turn towards you, Bowmin.
What did I do?
And it's just gonna go and start lashing out at you. First attack. I'd love to hit one of these days. 18.
That makes it. So yeah.
Excellent. First
I like
attack
bonus
does 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack. 12 to hit.
That is actually, that doesn't hit.
These 3 d20s have all betrayed me. So they
Hey,
are.
Ben, you got one. You got
I
one.
did get one.
That's all you said. Just wanted to hit one.
Yeah. Okay, Jinarra, it is now your turn. Top of your turn, I will say you notice that since you're standing on open grass, you notice that the grass here is growing quicker than the grass on the normal, like on the path. It's just difficult terrain right now, but you think if you stay in this spot for too long, it might be a problem.
Does that is it happening where Nyx is also?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to pass that information on to Nyx.
Great.
Oh boy.
But with Nyx, it'll become a problem so much faster because she's the height of grass.
That is true. I am going
For
to...
mechanical purposes, it does not affect Nyx differently than it affects anybody else. For the record.
Oh.
I'm going to move here. So I don't think I take an attack of opportunity because I'm
Nope,
still
you're
within range.
still within range. Yep.
But I am within 10 feet of the big one and both of the two brute looking ones.
Yep.
So I'm going to cast Thunderstep.
Okay.
So all 3 of them, I'm 10 feet away from Nyx though, right? Yes.
You're more than 10
So
feet from
all 3 of them need to make Constitution saving throws, please.
In a block Constitution.
Okay. So that is first one got a non-natural 20.
Oh.
Second one got a 16. And third one got a 17.
They all take half damage.
Okay.
The 10, 12, 17 have to 8 damage. They all take 8 damage. And I'm going to teleport. Oops. Here. And this one's still down, right?
Yeah, that person is unconscious.
So I'm going to bonus action healing light and just heal them
What is thunderous step? Is that an action?
That's Thunderstep is an action.
Okay, I just want to be clear because Misty Step's a bonus action, so I wasn't sure. Thunder Step's an action, so yes, you may absolutely bonus action and do healing light.
Thank God. We gotta save someone. Oh, we did. Never mind. We gotta save 2.
So he that one heals for 8.
Okay. This person wakes up, sees you like, who are you?
Possibly a friend. Me and my friends have saved you twice now. And I will give you 100 gold if I can ask you questions later without you letting your masters know.
You got a deal, magic lady.
Great. keep yourself alive, please.
Yeah, don't turn around.
I'll try. Great. That tree's dead, but these other trees are still alive. So, what are these other trees gonna do? Well, I'll say this one here. He's kind of split on
Nice.
on the way he wants. Hey, on the way he wants to go. Artemis, 1, 2, or 3?
3, baby. Oh,
3 it is. Artemis, this tree is gonna come after you.
cool.
You picked wrong.
Which one is that? Oh, good.
This one. It crunches down on this like fence. And you can see like the upper branches of this tree are like over the rooftop. And it is going to lash out at you. First attack is
I love that noise.
I'm too cute.
is an 8 to hit.
Missed
And
by
it-
10.
These guys only get 1, so it just
Oh.
hits the roof. You hear some scared whinnies from inside the stables. Some of the shingles are damaged, but otherwise, everything's okay.
Horses.
This one is going to come down to you, Jinarra, and attack you.
Okay.
Okay, that's better. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
So you take 14 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Nyx.
Yes.
Now it's the one right in front of you.
Yes.
It is going to make its first attack against your little flamethrower.
Rude.
Because it's just lit it on fire. That was not very good. Does an 8 hit your little flamethrower?
It does not.
Okay. It's gonna make its second attack against you. That's better. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. So you take
Oh wait, disadvantage.
good call. Okay, well that's now an 8.
Cool.
Never mind. I
wrote myself a note.
I'm very proud of you. This other one's gonna come over here though, and it's going to attack you. First attack, 8. Second attack is a 17.
That is my armor class.
Okay.
But did you do it with disadvantage?
Just how often does Cloak of Displacement work?
She wrote her note.
I think
but
it's
didn't read
once
the
per
note.
round. Is it once per round or once
It
per turn?
says, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attacks against you.
How frequently? It says
Well,
in there.
While you wear this cloak, it projects an illusion that makes you appear to be standing in a place near your actual location, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn. This property is
Oh, you haven't taken damage yet.
No.
Okay, that's what it is. Thank you. I knew that there was some thing that
Invincible
made it so that it
forever.
wasn't every single hit for forever.
No, you just gotta hit me.
That was better. I rolled better on that one. So the 17 will
Okay.
stand.
That is my
Um,
my AC.
yeah. Okay. So now you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
I would like to uncanny dodge and take 3.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course. Of course.
I am a rogue.
You are a rogue. This is what rogues are
This is
supposed
what
to
they
do.
do.
This is what rogues do. You're correct.
We're gonna
Great.
get another dragon thrown at us soon.
This one is gonna sidle on over here so it can start attacking you, Jinarra.
It's just rude.
That's a 15 to hit.
That does not hit.
Second one is a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, so this time you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Artemis, that's your turn.
Okay. This tree just attacked me.
Yeah.
It's real close. Can I, since it missed, attempt to leap, grab some of its branches, and swing off of it and jump to the ground? About here-ish or here-ish?
Make an athletics check for me.
Oh, athletics? It's not beautiful acrobatics?
This is absolutely athletics.
17.
Yeah, I'll say that's good enough to make the move. As you grab on, you like ride the branches for a little bit as it pulls away, and then you
I look
drop.
cool.
I do need you to quickly make a dexterity saving throw to land in such a way as to not injure yourself.
Ooh, could have been better. Could have been better. Oh, I'm really good at this. 19?
I will say that you managed to hit the ground in a roll, and you can be in either of those spots that you said.
I would love to be here. Okay. I'm going to, it's difficult terrain, right?
Yes.
Step forward to Bowmin. You ever fought a tree? Or multiple trees?
No,
You've seen some shit.
surprisingly, no. Lack of trees.
Oh, well, making up for it, I guess. Okay. Take out the sword, swing it around, hold it up, set, and steal wind strike.
All right.
So within what? Oh God, what is the range? I think it's going to be here. Maybe I'll move. In 30 feet. I'm going to get out my little ruler. If I go to there. Oh yeah, I definitely want to move north of Bowmin. Boop. I'm going to target. Oh, wait, maybe I don't. Maybe I was okay where I was at. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll stay where I was at. Sorry.
Okay. That's
And
right.
I will target all of the enemies on the left-hand side. So
Okay.
big tree, 2 Groots, main tree, and little Tangela off to the left.
Okay. Those 5. Okay.
Yes.
Great.
5 of the 6. Let me double check that that's. Oh, it is up to 5. Okay. So those are the people I will target.
Okay.
So attack rolls against. I'll start with the guy on the top, just the tree.
Yep.
Natural 1. So
Damn.
big boy in the middle.
Big boy in the middle.
22.
That hits.
Okay. Tangela off to the left. 24.
That hits.
Okay, top Groot. 21.
That hits.
Bottom Groot. 39.
Oh my god. Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
How did you roll a 39?
I have a plus 11 to my attack rolls.
But that still couldn't get you to 39.
I rolled
Yeah,
an
no.
18.
29.
29.
29.
29. 29 still hits. You don't have to make it a
39 for
but
flair.
He rolled a D100 instead of a D20.
Tonight on basic
Those are-
math we can't do.
those are like Pathfinder numbers. This is D&D.
So 39. Okay, so everybody but the top boy. And I roll independently for everyone, right?
I'll say dealer's choice. No, that's a lot of dice to roll a lot of times. So if you
So
don't,
fun, though.
if you want to have the fun doing it, go for it.
Let's go for it. Okay, big tree guy first. Okay, is there anything that I add to this? No, it's just force damage. It's just force damage.
Force
Okay,
damage. Okay.
2. 1. 18. 20. 26 points of force damage. The main
Nice.
guy. Tangela is 5, 10, 28, 32 points to Tangela guy.
You're so close to killing now.
Okay, top Groot. All the pressure. Okay, 10, 20, 29. What is that? 36, 38 points to top Groot.
That one's dead.
And bottom Groot, that's where I'm at.
Bottom group. Yeah.
Bottom Groot. We'll do 10, 16, 21, 29 points to bottom Groot.
Great. Where do
And I
you
will-
finish your turn?
Yeah, I will end it here, next to big guy.
Okay. Great.
And bonus action, I'll give Bowmin a little wink and says, "You wish you could do that." And inspire you.
Great. I think that's a D10 now.
It is a D10.
Okay.
That's my turn. Oh, and it's not gonna, but the Phoenix is on its way at the end of
Okay.
all my turns.
Okay.
Dashing.
It's
Great.
gonna be
How-
a mile away.
How far away was
Here's the thing.
Phoenix?
At the top, before we started, I said about a mile. It has a fly speed of 90 feet, so it's 180 feet per, but like,
Yeah, it's not gonna
it's
get
not
here
gonna show
anytime
up here.
soon.
It's on its way though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Excellent. That was a monumental turn. Penny.
Okay. So this guy, the Tangela next to me, I will shoot.
Yeah, go for it.
And that is a 29.
That hits.
18 plus 11. Not a 39, but close. And
Almost.
almost. That's 19 damage.
Yeah, that's a dead creature. Good
Okay.
job. So 2 more shots.
Yes. Am I on the path? Is there grass growing on me?
You
as
are on
well?
the path. Grass
Okay.
is grabbing at you, but not as
Okay.
badly as like if you were on
Okay.
like just open grass.
Still difficult terrain though.
Still difficult
Okay.
terrain.
So we're going to go 10, 20, 30. And I'll shoot at the guy up north where Elina is.
Yep.
And I'll do that twice. One of them was a nat 20.
Whoa.
Okay, cool. So that means
The other one is what?
a 8 plus 11.
That hits.
19, I think.
Yes.
Right. Okay, hold on. Let me see what this is. Okay, so for the nat 20, the base damage is 25 plus
I already put in
Another-
the 25, so.
Okay. Do I add the modifier the second time I do it? The +5?
If
or
you
whatever?
already counted the modifier earlier, no.
Okay. So that is 15. And
Great.
then the second hit is 19.
19 damage?
Yeah.
That'll do it. So as you shoot the lightning launcher once at the vine plant, strike of lightning, the vines twitch and then it falls to the ground, smoldering in a heap of gross vines. And you see, like, at the center of all of this is a desiccated corpse. As you make your way around this way to the other tree, you fire twice again. The shocks of electricity are enough to light this tree on fire, and it makes groaning, like, tree noises, like you hear in the forest, but it sounds like it's groaning from pain, and it very well might be. You know how trees work. But this one topples to the ground, topples actually into the stable, doesn't crush the entire stable, but the roof does partially collapse as this tree falls onto it, and is dead. Yes, Jinarra.
I still comprehend languages last an hour. If it's grumbling, do I understand anything?
It was.
It says, "Mama."
It didn't say anything intelligible. It was just sort of a wail.
Just checking.
Fair.
Yeah. No. Good call. Good call. Great. Hey, this guy down here is still unconscious. Nobody has stabilized him.
Oh shit.
So that one's a failure. So he's got one success and one failure.
Wait, the one next to me?
Yes, the one next to you.
Okay, well, I have that locked in for next round.
That one is dead. This one is going to climb to his feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to start making his way, like, around to escape into the stables.
Good.
And then the one next to you, Jinarra, is going to have this movement stand up. 5, 10, 15, 20. Is he smart enough to know about opportunity attacks? I don't think he is. 25, 30. He's going to get there, not quite to the door. And this one is going to try to take an opportunity attack against him. So that is. He moves out of range. Oh, that definitely hits.
I will cutting word.
Great.
There is no way
cutting
in
words
hell.
him anyway.
Okay.
I'll say, Kate, why was the weeping willow so sad? It watched a sappy movie.
Oh my god.
Did you have that, like, already locked in?
Yeah, you bet.
Or did you look it up?
100% looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's pretty good.
So cutting words reduces what, the damage or the roll to
AC,
hit?
the 2 hit.
Okay. I don't think you're getting this down low enough for it to miss.
Subtract it by 8?
No.
Oh.
That's so sad.
That
no.
fun.
These guys are commoners, okay? They don't have a whole lot going on.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
it's so sad.
Sorry. He does take 6 damage, not enough to kill him, enough to knock him out though. Again.
Oh.
Okay. All right, I'll get him next time, I guess.
These poor people. Elina, that's your turn.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality and then move. What is it? Is that as far as I can go? Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And then it has a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
Around me. So that would cover this person, right?
Yeah. This is a 30-foot radius right
Okay.
here.
So centered on me.
Yeah. That's about as close to centered on you as I can get. It's like here
Okay.
or here. So
I'm going to use my bonus action to cause that person here to get an extra 2d6 hit points.
nice.
So that's 10 hit points.
Great. He gasps awake down next to you, Penny. Alive. As he looks around and sees a bunch of strangers doing battle with trees.
Sure.
Cool.
Just a normal day. Excellent. All right. Is now this gross vine boy. He's gonna come over here. Get within good range of a couple of you. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Not within range of Nyx, but within range of Artemis and Jinarra. And it's gonna do its vine lash. First one we'll say is against Artemis. That's a natural 20.
I'll allow it.
So you take you take 11 damage as this vine like wraps around you and you feel yourself getting like poked by barbs on this vine. You are also grappled and restrained. As it reaches out and its vine like wraps around you and tightens on you. Second attack is going to be against Jinarra. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So you take 11 damage, and you are also grappled and restrained.
Is this a ranged weapon attack?
Nope. This is a melee attack. This thing just has crazy range.
Okay, 11 damage, you said?
Yep. Yeah. So you are grappled and restrained.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
I'm vulnerable.
And I guess I could just do a vine lash against one of you again without. Oh, I didn't double the damage for the one against you, Artemis.
I was wondering.
Go ahead and add another
11?
16.
16.
I used the same, not 16. Sorry, 12. Add another 12. I already added the bonus. Yeah. I use the same. I get to use the same critical hit rules as the rest of you guys. You know, it's only fair. It is going to make another attack against you, though, Artemis.
Yeah, it's fair. At advantage, I believe.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah, that's going to be a 25. So you take an additional 11 again.
Oh, you say it enough. Take it into
And you're just getting completely wrapped up by this thing's vines. Great.
Not the kind of bondage I enjoy.
Bowmin, it's your turn.
All right. Now, Ben, I have to ask this question at least once every time we play. Approximately how big is this tree in front of me? Give me dimensions and weight too. That'd be great.
Okay. This is not going to fit in your portable hole.
I never said I was going to go in the portable hole. I mean, whatever.
What a crazy
He's-
idea.
At least 15 feet wide.
Okay.
Probably, I would say 20 to 30 feet tall, somewhere in that range.
Great.
Weight very heavy. Like, this is a big tree. I don't know, probably a couple thousand pounds.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you, and you just tell me.
I don't know if that's
possible.
realistic. I'm not a plant guy. You can,
Real- I
you
mean,
can
if
text
it's-
your dad, but
If it's 40 feet tall, it's probably going to be at least 1,000 pounds,
How much do trees weigh? Google.
depending on also what type of tree it is too, because it depends on how dense the rings are in between.
well, this isn't a real tree. This is a freaky tree.
But the average mature oak tree may have 550 pounds. Oh, wait, there's more to the sentence.
Mhm.
Okay, well, at any rate, Bowmin, what was your ask?
Okay. Could you allow me to stab my crowbar into the bark of this tree?
Oh, shit,
Okay.
just the leaves. Sorry, continue.
And then basically I want to pick up the tree and fly up. Or basically do a seismic toss and just kind of throw it on its head.
I like where your head's at.
Mhm.
It's not happening with this creature.
Okay.
I would say you would have to be able, in order to do what you want to do, which is something that you could theoretically do in D&D, is you could fly someone up in the air and drop them.
Mhm.
But you would need to be able to grapple. You cannot grapple this tree. This tree is too large for you to grapple.
Okay. Well, in that case, what's the health? How's the tree looking?
I'm still pretty hardy.
Pretty hardy?
It hasn't been hit a whole ton of times.
Okay. How likely do you think it is for me just to get this tree to chill out? Can I do a
By
nature check?
talking to it? Make a nature
No,
check.
no, let's just say body language. I can't speak to a tree.
Sure, make a nature check. See if you think you can convince it to calm down.
I get a +0, so that's a natural 17.
Bowmin, with a 17, with a 17 nature check, you would know that this is not normal tree behavior. You don't know what is going on with these trees. You don't know why they are attacking necessarily, because I don't think Jinarra called out
I did.
what you heard. So, okay, sure. Then if Jinarra did call out what she heard, at any rate, you know that there is some external force that seems to be driving these trees to attack. You do not think that you are going to be able to convince this tree to stop attacking.
Fine. All right. Well, in that case, I'm just going to bonus action, Searing Smite, second level.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit it with whack it with my crowbar.
Go for it.
Whoop, that was cocked. All right. Does a 27 hit?
That hits.
Okay, good. Again, cocked. That is 16 damage with the crowbar. Let's figure out what the divine Searing Smite is. That's 4 fire damage. And it needs a Constitution saving throw.
It was a natural 1.
Okay. So it's on fire. It takes an additional 1d6 of fire damage on each of its turn It can re-roll to make the save. It's a con 16 save.
Okay.
Does the fire damage that I'm casting seem like it does double damage?
Yes.
Okay. And then we're just gonna add some divine smite on here.
Did you already do your normal, the 1d8 you get with every hit?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay.
That is max. That's 8 from improved divine smite. And then we're just gonna do divine smite level 1, and that's an additional 14.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage in one hit. It's still standing.
Okay, and now we're gonna do second attack. Same crowbar.
Yep. Go for
No
it.
searing smite this time.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's break up the calculator real quick. All right, so what's my base damage again? It's max damage.
I need you to give me the different categories of damage separately.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So from the crowbar itself, it's going to be automatically 17.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll the dice and add the dice for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, just, tell me what you get on the roll.
Okay. I got 6 more damage from the crowbar.
Okay.
So that's a total of 23.
Yeah.
And then I automatically get a full 8 from the improved divine smite.
Right. Plus a roll.
Plus a roll. That's 7. So that's 15.
Okay.
And then we're just going to do divine smite at 3rd level, which I think is 4, right?
Yes, I think so.
All right, so that's
and the crit also applies to that.
Yeah, so that's automatically 8, 16, 34.
36.
Right? No, 32.
32, you're right, 32.
Plus 8, 14, 20, plus 25.
You all see Bowmin flying up in the air. He takes his crowbar, whack! With the first hit, the tree bursts into flames. He swings the crowbar around again and delivers a massive blow, point of the crowbar, right into the center of its flaming boughs. And as he does, there's a huge blast of divine energy, and the flaming tree topples to the ground, dead atop the ruins of the fountain. And Bowmin took it from over 100 hit points to 0 hit points in 1 round of attacks.
Wow.
That's our boy. Great.
And then I'm going to just advance forward.
Sure.
Towards these guys.
Great. Nyx, that's you.
Where did my circle go?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I figured out how
Put
to
them
get rid
all
of it.
back.
Where do you want your flamethrower?
It was about where.
Yeah,
that was.
Do you want to move it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it there.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna lame it up again.
Go for it.
So dexterity saving throw.
It's a natural 1.
Cool. Does that mean that damage doubles?
No,
Okay.
it doesn't work that way with spells.
8 on the die.
That is a dead tree thing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Bye.
Can I can only move 15 feet?
Yeah.
Then I guess I'm gonna go there. I'm also my circle has a movement speed of 15 feet, so can it
You can move half that.
move? Okay, so I want it to move slightly
My circle.
closer. I've decided the flamethrower's name is Francis.
Francis, okay.
We got rid of part.
What happened to
Just
Francis?
erasing it. Okay.
Okay, you wanted to move closer to you,
Yeah. Just like in the square right above where I am.
right above where you are?
Yeah. And actually. Wait, that was
Now this big boy does have vines lashed out at Artemis and Jinarra.
oh cool. Okay.
You're just seeing.
Okay. Well then I will. I don't have any weapons that don't do piercing damage. But I'm gonna shoot it.
Go for it.
You have magical.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but then I don't get my,
Some of these other attacks have been magical too.
and I also don't get my
Oh.
my sneak attack
I've not noticed. Okay.
advantage. 18 to hit.
18 hits. I will say you didn't notice earlier that the vine one took reduced damage.
Okay.
Need to be the one with the bark that took reduced damage.
I rolled another one, so I'm gonna re-roll that. Okay. No. 25 points of piercing damage.
That's pretty solid. Good shot. Just right into the center of this vine thing.
Can I cut off one of the things that's going at, or like shoot off, I guess?
You
One of
didn't
the
ask
vines?
if you could do that before, so
That would have been a higher DC. I'm guessing. AC.
we won't know because you didn't ask.
Yep.
Jinarra, that is your turn. You're muted.
Can I do anything?
You are grappled and restrained. So what that means for you is you can't move.
Yep.
Your speed is 0.
Yep.
Attack rolls against you have advantage. Your
Yep.
attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
You may attempt to escape the grapple.
Sure.
Or you can still try to attack. You can also do that. It's just with disadvantage.
I'll try to attack. I'm gonna try to attack the big one that's next to Bowmin.
Okay. Go for it.
First one was a 14 plus 7. That's the lowest one. So 14 plus 7 is 21.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 8 damage.
What type of damage? Are you punching it?
I'm punching it, yes.
That's
Sorry.
bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. And they need to make a
Con save.
Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, my app's
Nope.
being weird.
You are good. That is a 14.
They are stunned.
Great.
Can I try to attack the one on the right too then?
Yes, you are technically within range, I believe.
I think I am.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
14 just hits.
That is 6 damage, and they also need to make a saving throw.
That is a non-natural 20.
Okay, they are not stunned. But I'll try to hit them again.
Go for it.
15 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
That is 8 damage, and they need to make a Constitution saving throw again.
That is a 17.
Okay, they are still not stunned.
Okay. Great. All right. Stunned tree is stunned, can't move. One next to you, the other one next to you, Jinarra, is going to make attack rolls with advantage against you.
Mm-hmm.
So first one is that's not good, 15.
Nope.
And I rolled 2 4s on the second attack, so
Nope.
fuck me, I guess. Okay, Artemis, that's you.
Oh boy. Of the commoners that I can see,
Yep.
are any dying?
Okay, so the one at the far north is conscious and is running for cover.
Yeah. he's
The
good.
one over by Penny has just regained consciousness. The one over by Jinarra had gotten up, made a run for it, and got knocked out
Shoot,
again.
I was gonna try to heal that one, but I forgot.
Right.
Okay.
I'm grappled and restrained.
Correct.
So to attempt to get out would be an athletics, which as we have established is so good for me. Or I can try and be fancy. That guy hasn't taken any, he just went down, right?
You are allowed to attempt to escape a grapple with an acrobatics check per the rules.
Well, that does help. But that is an action, and I could do funny things. But the little guy needs to stay alive. Need to be a good person. Okay, I'm gonna attempt, so boring. I'm gonna attempt to get out of this with a little wriggle and a little flip.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
That is 20 on the die for a total of 27.
That'll do it. You managed to wriggle out from between the vines and you clamber out, singe your fingers a little bit on the burning hunk of a tree, but you escape the grapple.
No longer grappled, no longer restrained?
Correct.
Nice. Okay. Then I do want to 5, 10, 15, just kind of get, a little closer into the fray. Looking at big old tangle guy, looking at everyone else, look to the guy far across and just say a couple words in Celestial that amount to, no, we still need you. Jinarra made a deal with you. And healing word at, 6, what was it, 6 took it at first level.
Yeah.
5. No matter what, I'm gonna bring him to full. 9 points.
Yeah, that'll bring him back up. He wakes up again. He looks back at you, Jinarra, and he says, "Thank you again, Magic Lady."
I swear to fucking move.
That was my friend this time, but again, we've saved you 3 times.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
Nyx.
pull out the sword, trying to look cool, look at Tangle and Guy, and be like, "All right, you want to fucking go?" Oh,
Great. Penny, it's your turn.
Okay.
Guy down by you is conscious.
Right. Yep. I remembered that I was supposed to check on him, but I forgot. 10, 20, 30. Now he's good, so it's fine. All right, we're going to move. And I'm going to... Is it the Tangela that has Jinarra?
Correct.
Okay. So we're going to shoot at that one.
And already.
Already wriggled free.
Yeah.
Already wiggled for it, sorry.
These characters are
20.
now known as Tangela.
Yeah.
It's so much easier just to say that. 28 to hit.
28 hits.
And wow, that's really good. That's 22 damage.
Nice.
Second hit is an 18.
That hits.
And that is 14.
Nice.
And the third hit is, this dice literally sucks. 13.
13 to hit.
Yeah.
13 does not hit.
Yeah. All right. Well, 2 out of 3, not too bad.
2 out of 3 is not too bad. All
That's
right.
one dice. I get a 2 or 3 every time I roll it.
It's the commoners' turns. This one down here is going to run into the stables. This one up here is almost going to run into the stables. And this one down here is finally safe to escape into the servants' quarters.
hooray!
So you have officially saved 3 of these workers. 2 are completely dead.
I've only been
Elina.
dead for 18 seconds.
That's true. If you want to burn resurrection materials to resurrect them, you could.
Remember the
That
last
would
time
be-
we tried to do that? In
That
New
would be
Mexico?
the heroic thing to do. Elina, it is your turn.
Okay. What is the brightness level of where what's the light level like?
It's midday, so
Okay.
it's pretty bright out.
Okay, then never mind.
I know it's hard to tell on the map, but it's
Yeah, those outdoor lanterns are on. So
yeah, I know.
They're doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's fine. Then I'm gonna cast guiding bolt at which one's taking the least amount of damage or causing the most trouble?
The one causing the most trouble, I would say, is the vine boy down here.
Okay.
The one that has taken the least amount of damage is the big tree by Bowmin.
The big tree you also get advantage on.
The big tree is stunned. So anybody already has advantage against him. This is true. I know guiding bolt, if it hits, grants advantage on the next attack.
Yes. So I'm gonna cast it at the vine dude.
Go for it.
All right. What is happening? Okay, is that a roll one?
Yes, I
Hold on.
believe you rolled a hit on that.
I gotta find it. I can't find it now. Oh. Sorry.
Nope, that's okay.
Ah, okay. Yes, I see. Okay, that's a 19 to
19
hit.
hits.
Okay. 2, 3. 13.
Great.
Radiant damage.
Great. As you hit it, it begins glowing with radiant light. So the next attack against it has advantage.
Okay.
I'll
And then
mark
I
on.
haven't moved at all. Penny, have you taken any damage? Okay.
I have not.
And I'm just gonna use. Can I go like? Can I get there from here to go here? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your ooh,
Ooh.
there
Ooh,
your
it's
radius covers
glittery.
that area.
Okay, so then Artemis or Nyx, have you taken, or just Bowmin count, or is he not quite in?
Bowman's not quite in, but you
Okay,
can get
have they
Artemis
taken
or
any
Nyx.
damage?
I'm taking some damage.
All right, Artemis, I will use a bonus action.
Like I'm okay, but
Yeah,
I will
but it
happily
doesn't.
accept healing.
I don't think it costs me anything to use the bonus action for that.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the
Spells
spell.
up,
So-
so
Take another 9 hit points back.
Thank you. Wow, you're great. Nyx, isn't she great?
What?
She's fantastic.
Oh, no.
great. It's Vine Boy's turn. He is going to Jinarra, you are still tangled up by this thing.
Oh,
He's gonna yank you inside of his vines.
Cool.
That's illegal.
Cool.
That is
Sure.
gross.
I'll punch him from the inside.
Yeah. So sorry, I should have rolled, but I assume a 25 is a success against you. So you get
Incredibly
reeled
rude.
in
Only.
and brought inside of this mass of vines. And as you arrive at the center of this, you see a couple of desiccated corpses in a pool of acid at the center of this mass of vines. And you take
your future.
21 acid damage as the acid begins burning you as you land at the center of this creature. You are no longer grappled, you are still restrained. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
Jeez.
Okay. That was bad. 7.
Hey, guess what? You're stunned
No.
by the
No.
enzymes inside of this thing. You become stunned, and yeah, that's the end of its turn. Bowmin, that's you.
Yikes.
Okay.
Oh, should we move her?
Am I in the middle of it?
Yeah.
You might
I
have to reload the
moved you.
page.
I don't
I
know
had
why,
to
yeah.
reload the page a minute or two ago when you
Oh,
moved the
okay.
people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
now you've moved back.
So
Oops, sorry.
Nope, that's fine.
I have to reload the page as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Sometimes it just needs a refresh.
Oh no, it's just black. Okay, there we go. Nope, I'm not moving.
There we go. Oh, I didn't see
You-
Elena's area effect thing.
There we
That's
go.
cool.
Hold on. Okay.
It's mighty useful.
It is.
And so
it is.
close to Jinarra.
Just
I just gotta
a
move like a little bit
little
further.
bit outside of range.
All right. So
Bowmin.
question. So the creature that's in front of me that is stunned, that means they can't take an opportunity attack, correct?
Correct. It can't do anything. It's
Okay.
stuck.
All right. Bowmin is going to see that Jinarra had just gotten swallowed by this creature.
Yeah.
Bowmin is gonna use the what's that? One second. Let me just find the right thing I'm looking for. Ah, here it is. Take from the rich. I think it is. After you deal damage with smite feature, you can channel divine smite bonus action and distribute up to 4 creatures. The choice of the bit. So basically, I'm gonna
Sure. You can trigger it when you do Divine Smite. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. So Bowman's going to advance up here. Is its mouth still open?
You don't know where the mouth of this thing is. You just saw like the vine pull Jinarra back and disappear somewhere within this massive tangle of vines.
Okay. Well, as I guess a bonus action, I'm going to cast Searing Smite. I did that again. I didn't want to. Okay, wrong thing. All right, and I'm gonna whack with my crowbar.
Okay.
Oh, that was so close. It was on a 20, then it rolled to a 19.
So I'm in the middle. Do
That-
I also take the damage?
No.
This is not an area effect, so it's gonna be 28 to hit.
That's a blaze.
Yeah, 28 hits.
All right,
And a con save.
con save. Yep.
That is a 16.
Ooh, 16 makes it just.
All right.
So, but it does take 6 fire damage.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna roll for the damage for the crowbar. Gonna be 13 crowbar damage.
Okay.
And then we're going to do Divine Smite. Question for you. Does that thing that I'm doing to divvy up health points count for improved Divine Smite as well?
I'm trying to pull up your custom subclass to double check, but I am pretty sure my thought process when I was making the subclass is that it would only count for your normal Divine Smite.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So such a good DM. All right, so I'm gonna roll for the improved Divine Smite. That's 5 damage for that. And now I'm gonna do Divine Smite at 3rd level.
Yep.
And that's going to be, ooh, got some 8s in there. It's gonna be additional 27 damage from Divine Smite.
All right. This thing is dead. You now have a pool of 27 hit points that you may distribute among any allies.
It's up to 4 creatures.
Yeah, up to 4 creatures. You may divide that 27 hit points up to 4 creatures within 30 feet.
All right, I'm assuming Jinarra is right next to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Jinarra the how much did you take last turn?
Last turn,
Last turn.
21, I think. I've taken about 50 damage altogether.
I'm gonna give Jinarra all that.
Okay. 27 hit points to Jinarra.
Thank you.
Great. And then mark off 1 use of your channel divinity.
Yep. Ready for my second attack?
Yeah, you still have your second attack. You technically had advantage on that attack, by the way. I forgot to remind you, but it didn't matter because you
died.
Killed it. So a
right.
natural 20 wouldn't have made a difference, really.
Well, now I'm gonna go back to that creature that's stunned.
Yep, you have advantage on that one as well. But
Fly
yes.
back. And let me get all these dice out of the way. Oof. Okay, I get advantage, right?
Yep.
All right. 27 to hit.
27 hits.
Okay. I hit the crowbar. Max damage at 17. Then we're going to do improved Divine Smite. That's an additional 5. And that's it.
Great. Okay. Next up then is Nyx.
All right. Okay, cool. I am going to. My flamethrower is not gonna make it over there, unfortunately. So I'm gonna.
You can have him start making his way.
Can you throw it?
Yeah.
Can you like baseball it?
I don't think so. I think that
Did
would
you-
destroy it.
Did you make it tiny though?
Yeah, it's small.
You made is it small or is it tiny?
Oh, I don't think I.
What category of size is it? This
I
is
don't think
important. for
yeah.
Is it as large as Nyx or smaller?
I think I made it tiny.
So you
So that I
could
can
pick it up if
Yeah.
you wanted to.
All right, I'm gonna pick it up, and then I'm gonna move my 15 feet
Okay.
there, possibly.
Yeah, I think so.
And then if I put the circle down next to me, there, it can then move here, right? Or here, even to this spot.
To there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
it would
think
just get,
technically it can, yes.
it could just get these two things in its fire.
In its cone.
Yeah.
It's the cone.
Yeah. It's a 15-foot cone. Yeah, it could definitely get.
I don't know how to rotate the cone, but
You click on it and.
So many shapes. And
at any
colors.
rate.
Yeah,
yes.
I could get both.
You can do that.
Okay, so then that is gonna be,
Dexterity saving throws?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the stunned one, I think, automatically fails.
yeah, that makes sense.
The other one gets a 13.
They do not succeed, so
Okay.
they get 12, both get 12 points of fire damage, which double.
Doubles, yep.
And then I am going to shoot the stunned one,
Go for it.
so I get advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. 22.
That hits.
One, okay. Oh, I got another one, so I'm gonna reroll that. Okay. 8, 16, 21, 20, 20, 31 points of piercing damage.
31 points. Halved is 15. Great. That tree is barely still standing, but it is still standing. And on fire. And stunned.
Sure.
It's no longer stunned. Jinarra, it's your turn. You cough as the vines fall away from you. You're standing in a rapidly dissolving pool of acid. You're soaked. You feel gross, but you are alive and you can breathe again.
Jeez. Yeah, Jinarra, you good?
I'm fine.
That's
fine.
That can't be true. Insight check.
I don't think you need to make an insight check in order to know that that's not true.
If it's barely standing, I'm gonna punch the one that I'm in front of right now.
Yeah.
Have advantage. So that is going to be 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's gonna be 4 damage. Woo.
Still hanging in there.
Jinarra's gonna punch the shit out of this thing.
She is.
11 to hit.
Maybe not.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay.
You
time.
punch it once, you go to punch it again, you just hit a really hard part in the bark and you yank your hand back in pain.
I ended up hurting myself instead.
This is why we don't punch trees, kids.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits, yeah.
6 damage.
And with that, Jinarra punches the tree so hard it falls to the ground, defeated.
Woo!
Ow.
Great.
That's
Nyx
gotta feel
claps.
good though.
That's my turn.
Great. It's now this one's turn.
Run, dude. Just run.
It's going to come down here and it's going to attack the flamethrower.
Rude.
Huh.
Don't attack Francis.
For its first attack, at least. Yeah.
This is why we don't attack Francis.
Second attack is a 21. Does that hit
that
Francis?
hits.
Francis has a
Francis-
25.
Francis has a higher AC than I do.
Nick,
Francis takes
no,
8
that's sad.
bludgeoning damage.
Okay, it's still alive.
This tree thing tries to smash your flamethrower, but it's a hardy little guy.
It is.
And he's hanging in there. Artemis, that's your turn.
Oh God, I didn't think it would get to my turn. Looking around, do I see what the hell is it? Ainsleys, like looking out a window or something?
Make a perception check.
Like, I don't want this to be my action.
No, you can make a perception check.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
A lot. An honest to God, 28, not 38.
All right.
28.
28. You look over at the house. You see what look to be the shapes of like guards or household servants standing at the upper floor windows, the windows of the upper floors. You do not see the Ainsleys looking out the windows. But your actions are being observed and have been observed, you think.
Sure. So we've got 2 people down. Battle's not over yet, but we got 2 people dead. I'm gonna look at this tree boy. I'm done with you. I'm gonna try and polymorph him into a snail.
Okay. What's the save on that?
That is a wisdom 19.
How
Well,
wise are these trees?
that was a
They're old.
total of 4.
Great. He's a snail. I'm gonna go over and pick him up and put him in my pocket.
How long does
Um,
polymorph last?
An hour.
1 hour.
Why?
Okay. Nope, that's
No, I
a
love
big
it.
snail. I don't want a
We're
big
gonna
snail.
fix it.
I don't have a normal size snail. You've got
Put him in my pocket.
a
We need
snail
to
in your pocket.
remember that it's only an hour.
Oh, no.
Artemis
I
has
will
a
say
ticking
as much.
time bomb in his
This
pocket.
lasts 1 hour. I can
Does
go.
anybody have a watch?
I'll feel it. I can give us a bit of a heads up. My bird is on the way, and it can like go deal with this.
Yeah, we'll say we exit initiative now. As you're saying all of this, explaining all of this, the bird arrives.
Ah,
Great. I'm gonna just like go off to the side, try and like avoid the windows, give it to the bird.
Uh-huh.
Say, Cypress, I want you to take this like 100, 500 feet away and go up as far as you can, up, until you can't fly up anymore, and then just drop it.
It grabs the snail
job.
and flies off.
We have people to heal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, there's 2 dead people. The other
mean-
3 are alive. It's up to you if you want to try to resurrect them.
Question
I
for
will
you.
allow
For
you to get there quick enough if you would like to. Resurrect.
Revivify.
Mhm.
Is it a diamond or equal amount to a diamond?
It
Diamonds
is
worth.
300 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
Oh, okay. So it has to be diamonds.
It has to be diamonds.
Now I have, this is a question for the group. I have 5 diamonds worth 300 each.
Mhm.
Do we feel good about that? I mean, saving a life.
I
Probably
did
should.
not know you had that many diamonds.
Yes, stocked up. Yeah, I mean, they're all just kind of on this ring here, and this ring, and this ring.
How many
Artemis,
hands do you have?
I will forego my my diamond.
Multiple fingers.
But we have
You have a diamond?
No, but if it's a choice
These
between
are
these,
like reserved. I haven't like engraved your name on it.
you can forego my diamond.
You are quickly running out of time.
All right,
The
those
Vivify will work.
people.
Mr. Bowman, that's
Do it.
horrible.
Um,
Mr. Bowman, I would heal you
Artemis,
6 times over.
go.
Jesus.
go
I'm
heal.
gonna go to the one by, I don't know.
Doesn't
the
Bowman
first-
have a do not resuscitate? Didn't he tell us that once?
I'm pretty sure he did.
I think he did, and I actively chose to ignore it.
Yeah.
Bowman hasn't gone down.
I will go to the first one, take off one of my mini rings, take out the diamond's worth, put them over this person's poor little commoner heart. Say, this is not this person's fault. They still have work to do. Silver Flame, resurrect them. And if it works, flames will lick the body of the flash.
And that's exactly what happens. This commoner gasps awake and alive with 1 hit point.
No. I am your best friend.
Okay.
Welcome back. I need to go save someone else, but you're good.
Okay.
Can I see if the same folks who are watching us are still watching and what reaction they have while Artie is doing this?
Make a perception check. Artemis, you run over, cast Revivify again.
Yeah, same deal.
Great. And you, same thing, are able to resurrect this other person as well.
Oh, that's exhausting. Oh, don't die next time. Okay.
I got 27.
27. Okay. With the 27, you would know that there are still a couple of guards who are like looking outside. It seems like some of them have disappeared further into the mansion now that the fight is over. Artemis, around this time, you get a ping from Cypress, who has dropped the snail. The snail falls several hundred feet, hits the ground, snail dies, rest of the hit point damage. I mean, I can roll for it, but I don't think there's any reason to roll for it.
I don't know
because there will be
how
enough.
high a phoenix can fly.
It could go, well, I mean, it had an hour to go as high as it wanted to, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be enough damage to finish
Sure.
off the remaining hit points that this thing had. And as the last creature dies, the grass stops growing through the ground and trying to capture all of you.
While that was happening, I had my little flame thrower just like burning grass. Just
Okay.
trying to get it to stop growing around me.
Yep.
The battle stops, but still the gnome is running around setting fire to the grounds.
As things calm down after the battle, Jinarra, you see the door open where your friend pokes his hat out, and he whispers to you and says, like, "Magic lady who saved me.
That's a long name.
Come by later tonight and you can ask me whatever you want."
Okay.
And he returns back. The front doors of the mansion now open up. You see 2 well-armed guards who didn't do a damn thing to help any of you. Open up the doors, and out walks Lord Ainsley, who looks around at everything, sees the downed creatures, and says, "Well, that was exciting. I must say, I wish there hadn't been so much property damage, but you all are quite capable. Thank you for saving our estate from worse harm."
When he says property damage, I have my little flamethrower behind my back, and I'm gonna like squirt it at a bush.
Oh, good heavens!
Oh, sorry. Just gotta like get all of it out, and I like pat the flamethrower to like.
Make a deception check.
That's a 7.
Luck. Luck.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay. Great. He's like, oh, yes, well, goodness, you all have done my house a great service by rescuing our estate from this strange and totally unexpected attack.
So
Yeah, we definitely only saved your house.
Yes, and I appreciate it.
well, luckily we're very good at getting to the root of the problem.
Very clever young man.
Do you have a medic nearby?
Why don't you all come inside? I will give you a chance to get yourselves patched up and cleaned up, and then I would be honored to have you all join us for dinner, where of course, Lord Foxgrove, I would be honored to introduce you to my lovely daughter, Katrina.
I shake his hand. It would be my honor, my lord. Give a bow.
Very good. With that, he gestures you all inside, leads you upstairs to your own suite for the 6 of you in this mansion. A bathroom, common area, and then 3 bedrooms, 1 with 1 bed, 2 with 2 with twin bunk beds.
Heck yeah.
And
Hello,
closes the doors and says, dinner will be served in 4 hours. Please feel free to take the time to enjoy your you arrived at noon. This happened barely after noon.
I guess that's true.
Please take some time to get yourselves cleaned up, get comfortable, and of course, one of my staff members will be waiting right outside your suite should you require anything whatsoever. Thank you again for protecting my estate.
Immediately as soon as the door closes, Nyx is gonna just like look everywhere for valuable things because she does not like this dude.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, go ahead. You can make an investigation check. There's valuable things everywhere. It's just a matter of picking what to take.
Just things that I don't know. Things that look shiny and valuable.
Diamonds
so
would be good.
24.
24.
Yeah,
Grab
preferably diamonds if you find any.
Preferably diamonds.
There are no just loose diamonds in
Things
here.
with gems in them.
But you do take a couple of crystal ashtrays. You grab some very, very nice like gold candlesticks. There are some like small figurines and art objects. So you gather up several things. I will say just make a note in your inventory. Assorted Ainsley possessions worth. That was a really good roll. And these people are all about flaunting what wealth they still have.
That you just stole.
Yep.
We will say 300 gold pieces.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
We
you,
have
sir, for
four.
our payment for saving your property and, you know, the people.
Yeah, also the workers.
He seemed like he wasn't really interested in.
No, he didn't care. Sorry.
Nope.
Can we, Nyx, You
Yeah.
can see if there's like,
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. It's still it hasn't been an hour since we got there, right?
No, it hasn't. So
oh my god,
yeah,
this
the
entire time
invisibility
you've
is
just
still
been like,
up. Yeah, you look around, you don't see anyone or anything in the room. Make a perception check for me though.
Perception. 22.
22. As you are doing a sweep of the room, as you look out the window, you see sort of it's still chilly. It's still chilly air. And even in the afternoon, there's a little bit of mist floating out there. You can see very, like at the very edge of the estate, like because of your vantage point, you could see over the walls of the house area. And you can see just outside the walls, like in the mist, you think you see for a moment an apparition of a young woman. And you could swear she has a look of absolute hatred upon her face. But the mist shifts and the apparition disappears.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
sorry?
You know how this place is cursed and haunted and all that stuff?
Sure.
In the vision that I saw in their village house, the girl that they had murdered was working in the greenhouse, so the plants make a lot of sense.
Oh.
I'm so glad you picked up on that. Nothing makes me happier when you put the dots together.
Plants make a lot of sense.
Is there anything about this room that we are in just like looking around, showing behind big portraits there might be secret passageways, any place where someone could be listening in on us?
Or somewhere someone could sneak out of and listen in to other places.
Make an investigation check.
I am helping.
Okay. Roll with advantage.
Okay. 15 and okay, 13. 18.
18. You do a pretty thorough sweep of the room. You don't find any secret compartments, secret rooms, anything like that. You do know that the main doors to this suite, they did say that there would be a staff member outside the main doors if you had any questions, concerns, anything you needed from them. But you think it's a large enough suite area that if you went far enough away from the main doors and were talking relatively quietly, you wouldn't be overheard unless they had ungodly hearing.
Sure. I'll just grab a couple extra pillows, put them at the bottom of the door.
Yeah.
Very quietly and sneak back over and gather folks around.
Yeah.
So, 4 hours. How we feeling? We all good? That was exciting.
I can help if anyone's feeling poorly.
I'm fine.
Should be okay.
I'm mostly fine. I still
You-
have 8 hit points.
You do all
have
have
8
plenty of time
hit
to
points?
take a short rest if you want
Short
to
rest,
as
sure.
well. Just throwing that out there.
Janara, heal.
I would not mind taking a short rest if people don't.
Yeah, what if we have to throw down with the Ainsleys? Although we can probably
Yeah.
take them. They were hiding like
I
little.
could put one right there.
Their
I mean, they're
guards didn't
armored
even
guards.
do anything.
Our armored guards look like shit. Yeah.
Yep.
So
But
We're
we
saying
can
those
take a short
parts
rest.
pretty loudly that,
Yeah.
those
Those
parts-
guards are shit. Go back to be quiet.
I mean,
Oh!
I think this is going very well.
I have my talking doll. I'm gonna
Oh,
put the talking
God.
doll by the door so that there's noise.
Amazing.
It
Perfect.
just records us being like, wow, the Ainsleys are so kind.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Yeah. Perfect.
I'll be honest with you. I don't fully feel comfortable playing along nice with these people.
Oh, I don't like it either.
They're not the best of folk.
they're
Yes,
murderers.
Murderous assholes.
Are we not also murderers?
We do it for justice.
That's a fine
Ooh.
line.
Ooh.
No, I mean, yes, technically we are, but we do it. We don't necessarily. It hasn't been for anyone that didn't really had it coming.
I'm pretty sure we could claim personal, like self-defense in most of
Certainly.
them.
I don't know that those people back in at the library, they were
We
pretty
did.
defenseless.
I don't know if did we kill them?
Rose accidentally killed
That's
one.
right. Okay.
Yeah, but she's
That
the
wasn't
one
even
with
us. That wasn't even us.
Yeah, the
We just-
intent name still stays
Yes.
untarnished.
All we need to do though is just find a way to try to figure out where that priest guy is.
Right,
Mhm.
Francis.
Right.
Yep.
And then we
would
can leave.
think he would be invited to dinner. And if not, I mean, certainly we could directly, at this point, we could directly inquire, and they kind of owe us.
I was
Right.
also thinking that a couple of us could maybe come down with something and excuse ourselves from dinner and look for the bathroom or like
Would there be like, how big is this complex?
The mansion itself is pretty big, 3 floors. The full extent of the mansion is not on the battle map, so don't necessarily use that
Right.
as reference. But it's a pretty big mansion, 3 floors. Large entry hall that you came in. You assume a large dining hall. You assume some kind of ballroom. I mean, you saw how big their townhome was, right?
Right.
This place is much larger than that, and that was a huge townhome. I mean, they put you up in like a 4 to 5 room suite.
Would there be any chance
Yes.
of having like a place of worship on the property? Because would that not be
Probably.
where that guy might be? If so, we could pretend someone's going to pray. Elina, you pray, right?
Yes.
So you could go pray and say you need a spot to pray, and the guards will take you to a place to pray, and then you sneak around and try to find the priest.
Okay, and would one of you want to come with me? I have an idea. I think I could cast invisibility.
I'd be happy to accompany you.
was
I
gonna
also
say.
can cast invisibility if I take a short rest. Oh no, I can.
We
Yes,
could
I
turn
have
3 people invisible, and 3 others could just like hang out and distract everyone else.
well, that's what I was thinking with like dinner. Maybe if we don't find Priesty Boy in the place of worship,
At
we could
dinner.
have some people be excused from dinner because they don't feel well, but like invisibly investigate everything.
Sure. I at least have to touch someone to turn them invisible. So I could be excused with someone for a moment.
Mm.
And then
Or you could
know.
turn somebody invisible before going to dinner.
true.
I feel like they would know our head count though, although we could just say that someone stayed in the room.
Right.
I mean, we did just fight some. We
Tree
could have
sickness.
sustained injuries.
Right.
And
Like
needed to
Jinarra
rest
very
more.
believably could be healing.
Mhm.
Jinarra was like on the brink of death, so
Mhm.
it's fair. Well,
Yeah.
do we want to try to explore before dinner or wait until dinner to do the little sneaky sneak?
I feel like we take as many opportunities as we have.
Okay.
But we don't want to like
It is
mess
possible
things up.
that Brother Francis would be at dinner if he is close with the
Right.
family.
That is-
Are they going to bring the recluse, ran out of town priest?
well, I mean,
to dinner?
we're from out of town. We don't necessarily
We wouldn't
know.
know.
That's true, we are. And that was 5 years ago. Everyone
Right.
forgot by now.
Yeah. And he very clearly sees himself as a man of wealth, right? How many private dinners with all the fancy guests does he want to avoid?
It's true.
We do need to find a way to get this boy alone, though, because we need him to tell us how to. I mean, what's a good way to transition into, hey, if I needed to get rid of a ward that you made, how would I go about doing that?
Well, we could have somebody, if we thought, if we spend our like downtime now trying to figure out where Brother Francis, if he's on property, where he might be, just find that. Then at dinner, if Francis is there, then somebody goes and sneaks in. And even if he's not there at dinner, other people will be distracted. We go sneak in, confront him.
Yeah, maybe we just need a book.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking, like, if this young lady, whose name I certainly wrote down, but I don't remember it.
Is it
Do I know her name?
Brooke or Katrina?
Katrina. Thank you.
Neither.
No. Brooke is the
Brooke's
garden
the
lady.
dead one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brooke's the dead one.
I'm more interested in the alive one.
I
I don't
what
think we
other
know
girls
this
you
girl's name.
Do we know, Ben, do we know her name? The daughter's name?
Oh, no, it is
Katrina.
Katrina.
It is Katrina.
Katrina.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, with a C or a K?
They had just told
With a
us.
K. Yeah,
Did
they
they?
literally just said it. But yes,
was
her name
not
is
listening.
Katrina.
Katrina. Thank you. The daughter. I'm gonna write that down.
The daughter I am going
The
to try to marry.
Well, here's the thing.
Pretend.
If I
What
don't
if
mean
they
to, like,
make you marry
my
her
own horn here.
tonight?
Oh my god, that would be so exciting.
That would be
Because they have a
problematic.
man of the
Yeah.
cloth to marry you.
And
Holy
they have
shit.
5 witnesses.
Artemis, you might be
Uh.
getting married tonight.
Oh, that is so exciting.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
What will Rose
We
say?
can figure that out.
you want us to
Rose,
object?
should not be concerned what Rose thinks. You do not like Miss Wilmington.
I don't like Miss Wilmington, but I
You
will
can
say
do
what I want to say.
I think Rose would probably be fine with it.
Oh
You
yeah,
could try.
I forgot.
I don't think
But-
she
I
would.
forgot Rose's dad is with us.
Just in terms of like the whole like act, like whether or not she likes Artie or not, like I don't think she'd be okay with this
Oh,
situation.
reasonably no. I mean, but I think from a romantic standpoint, they're far gone. Anyways, back to the plan.
Well,
Can we ask someone for a tour?
Ooh,
Do you like that?
that's a decent.
That's a good idea.
I
Yeah.
still think it would
That's
work
just the guard that's out
if
there.
I asked to see their holy place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Elina
that's
and
how you
someone
do
who's
get-
invisible will go with Elina to try to find a holy place, and the rest of us will do a little tour.
I mean, you probably don't need to be invisible to just say you need to pray.
no, but the other
I can-
person,
yeah.
not the rest of us aren't that.
Oh no, yeah, wait, you're so right. Yeah, someone else could just pretend. I forgot. You can pretend to pray.
I can also just accompany you to,
You can be her bodyguard.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I could hold my own, but I'm happy to have someone accompany me.
Buddy system.
I'm also thinking,
Because
I
you're
mean,
also here as like
you
the
have a life.
spiritual advisor. Like they don't know how much you can do, so
Also, Elina, we all have PTSD from one time that one of us went off alone to a bank and then ended up with the big bad in a dungeon for a little bit by themselves.
That's
So
a
we have
pretty long
PTSD
story.
from that.
Well,
Now no one
Yeah.
goes anywhere
you
alone.
guys don't know what
Okay.
happened in there.
It's been a year. We've
You
found
mean you
out.
haven't told them?
Nick's
Yeah,
definitely
but
got
I
drunk at some
definitely
point.
made it sound like I was more on top of it than I actually was. Like I caused as little stress as possible.
Sure.
Mhm.
It was Fear Kindler coming up to you asking bathroom.
in his own bank.
You had to get past a locked door to him, and then you're the best thing you had
You
was
don't need
bathroom.
to relive this.
So good.
Don't
Anyways.
need to.
Anyway,
Okay.
Shall we go
so,
find a holy
Alina
place?
goes to pray. Someone goes with them. Maybe someone invisible can do something. Try to find Francis. Francis is our target. And then at a later time, just for safety, we get Francis alone, whether that's later tonight, we can speak and go to them or something. Francis is the one, and if the other people who are shitbags, yes, but if they don't need to be involved in this, they don't need to be involved, right? If we can get around them and convince Francis without them, so be it.
Quick question. I just thought about this. Do we have the little bag that had a bunch of coins that from Francis's room?
I do have that.
Oh,
We have Hayes sniff that and see if we can track him down.
Oh.
There we go.
And then
Are we
Hayes
allowed
can
to
be
have dogs on the property?
Hayes can be invisible.
Oh, even better.
I can turn Hayes invisible.
That's true.
Let's do that. Sniff it up,
Oh,
dog.
we can just have all of these plans going at once. I feel like,
I do like fail safes.
yeah.
And if there is a beautiful woman that I have not seen, who I'm not lying about the fact my name is Artemis,
What?
maybe she'll be okay with getting to know us, as us. Maybe she doesn't know.
No, that's the worst plan
Her
I've ever
parents
heard
are
in my life.
terrible.
That's the
I
worst
feel
plan I've
like-
ever heard in my life.
She's
This
got to
is-
be at least a little in the know.
Well, I wouldn't be like, hey, come away with us, and then 6 days later be like, here's the truth.
Wait, you're
Hey,
inviting?
your brother
What's
killed
happening?
himself because your parents murdered the love of his life.
That's probably how I'll start the conversation.
So Jinarra's going with Elina. Bowmin will figure out the Hayes situation, and then me, Nyx, and Artie go exploring on a tour. Try to get the lay of the land.
We need air.
Team.
Yeah.
We do.
All right.
I do have air. Funny you mentioned that, Nyx.
What?
You need air?
No, I'm saying
I have a
we need
bird.
air. That's why we're going on this tour.
Oh, I thought you
What do
needed
you
like,
mean?
a bird's eye view.
No.
Speaking again,
No.
can Cyprus see any sort of like, I don't know, small house of worship or shrine on the
Are there
premise?
Francis walking around on the lawn?
Yeah. Is there a
Can you
father
make
or
a
brother
make a
walking
perception
around?
check for Cypress?
Oh God, what's his? Decent perception. Not a good roll. 7.
Nothing catches Cypress's eye as a place of worship on property.
9.
Nothing
I add my math
catches
properly?
Cypress's eye as a place of worship on the property.
Yeah, fair. All right. Well, good job, Cypress.
And just to be sure, are we all on board with capturing this guy, Brother Francis, if need be, kidnapping him and bringing him to the house, or is that like crossing a line?
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we could take him, right?
Probably.
I
We
can
should
turn him into a
also
snail.
probably just have like our first attempt at convincing him. He seems fairly motivated by money. So
And we have a
maybe
lot of money.
Yeah. Maybe
We
we have
don't
a
want to give him actual money.
We
though.
can give
No.
him
Fake money?
we could give him the stuff that I stole.
from him.
No, from this room.
All right. Well,
No.
great.
Yeah.
That's the best plan
It's fine.
since he seems to be somewhat loyal to this family.
They have so much stuff. He won't recognize this stuff.
Yeah, is
How
this
many
fucking
crystal ashtrays do they have? Probably like 80.
Are they monogram but with the family name?
Are they?
No, they're not.
Okay.
And greedy people are never actually loyal.
Yeah.
Unless it's to money. We can break them.
Well, with that, you've
Presswell.
you've all made plans for your next course of action after a short rest. You will go along these routes to try and discover information about Brother Francis. But with that, we will go ahead and leave off for tonight. So we'll see you all next week. Thank you for playing. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night, everyone.